have a question for you. We're all sitting here as parents, and it's a really interesting thing to talk about our society. And, you don't talk about money, politics, or religion, right, as a family, which is really weird. But how did you broach it as a parent yourself? How did you start introducing your daughters to the world of finance?
I am a big believer in kids earning what they get. My least favorite holiday is Halloween, because I always hated the idea of my kids going to somebody else's house and saying, "Give me some candy." I like my kids earning. I'll give you another example. I was a high school basketball coach for many years. And there's a fundraiser that a lot of high schools do where they tell the kids, contact 10 or 20 neighbors and relatives and see if they'll donate $100 to our program. I hated that. I always feel like you should work for what you get. So my teams would do car washes. We'll wash your car, and maybe you'll be generous and give us $25 when we wash your car. You should work for what you get. So translating that to investments, my wife and I, we always told our girls, we have 3 daughters, we always told them, if you save in whatever jobs you have, whether it's babysitting or entry-level jobs while you're in college, if you save X amount of dollars, we will match it. And, thankfully, my wife and I were in a position where we could do that. But it was really important because, our girls, first of all, they thought, they realized, okay, if we can save $100, we're going to get $200 in investments because of the matching funds. So that was the way. And then I'll give you another one that I think is really relevant these days because, depending on what part of the country you're in, housing prices are so expensive in some parts of the country. And so we have seen this incredible number of boomerang kids who go to college and then they come home and live with mom and dad for, a year or two until they get a job where they can get on their feet.
Right.
And what my wife and I did there is you can come home, but instead of paying $2,000 a month for rent or $1,500, whatever it would be, we're going to assess you $750 a month rent, but you have to put it into a long-term investment and then promise us that you won't touch it. And so that was another way where, our kids still paid us what was, to them a form of rent,
right?
But to us as parents and mentors and hopefully teachers, we were telling them, okay, but put this aside and you're going to get it back 20-fold in a few years if you just put it aside now. So those were a few of the things that we did. We tried to match our kids' investment as an incentive. We tried to have them invest what would be boomerang rental money. And, those are a few things. If parents can afford to do that, I think it's a really powerful way for your kids at a younger age to start to see the magic of all of this.
Yeah, that's a great twist on the pay me rent kind of scenario. It's they're prepaying their investment portfolio, which is awesome. But they still feel that pain of some sort of monthly obligation going out.
I'm big on inflation.